So this afternoon, our message is about the educated ignorant. Okay. Sugod pa lang yan, ipaningot na po. Sumurag. Okay na. Kuan lang kayo. Challenging kayo ng message this afternoon. So, that is why, napabay na sa gawas ng mga leaders, na natanan sa sulod, no? So, akong gi-require na tanan, especially primary leaders na naa sa sulod, all the relate, huwag ka nang naa sa panimalay karon, please, akong gikinahanglan ang inyong gusto na ko dili mo mamilog. Huwag akong awhag ang tanan nga dili magsigig cross ini nga lane diya sa tubangan para dili ka maka-cause of disturbance, no. Gusto na ko ang tanan maka-receive gyud ini. So the educated ignorant, title pa lang mismo murag may intriga ka na. Educated ignorant, and I am planning or I am starting a book entitled The Educated Ignorant. This is very important knowledge and information about youth, no? About what's going on, about the next generation. How miseducation continues to destroy even the educated. Kaya mong tagrabe, no? Miseducation ni continue to destroy sa educated. Wa ko niingog uneducated, but miseducation continues to destroy even the educated. So I found out that in the third world country, no, miseducation continues to destroy even the educated. In what way? Okay, gusto na ko masabtan din nato, no? Write this down, very important. The third world countries are those countries who undergone oppression by the foreign invaders, no? Unsa may third world country, mao ni kadtong mga country usually na nag-undergone of oppression from the foreign countries, no? Like the Philippines, kita, no? We are invaded by the, say first, Spanish, and then after Spain, America, no? So we are colonized by Spaniards, amen? Philippines was colonized by Spaniards. And remember, sa dihang gi-colonize ta, no, sa Spaniards, grabe ang oppression na hitabo nato. To the point nga, even though Spanish is no longer here, but the sting of oppression, no, still nagpabilin. What is this sting? Ang laba, no? Natingala ta, nga naman, until karon, ang mga tao is oppressed gihapon. Makita na nato, no, igsoon sa attitude sa mga tao sa Pilipinas compared to the first world countries, no? Why is it that nag-continue mga igsoon, no? Even though they give us freedom, no? Physical freedom. Ka-remember mo, after Spaniards, ang nag-oppress na to ang mga Americans. Then, American gave us independence. Amen? So, sa dihang gihatagan tag independence, naatay freedom. That is only physical freedom. Ako lang yung balikon igsoon para gusto ko maka-create yung strong foundation sa atong belief. Ngano, na kinahanglan nato hatagag pansin ang next generation. Ngano kinahanglan ta mo involve JTCN in developing the next generation or the youth, no? So even though they give us physical education, physical freedom already, but still, the true freedom is not yet attained by the Filipinos. No? Dugay na kay taghatag ng independence. That is why always ta nag-celebrate of Independence Day every year. No? But still, darkness continues to creep in. No? Nagapadayon kanang butangan. We are delivered but not yet free. Because physical freedom, write this down, is only a deliverance. But the true freedom is in the mind of the people. Again, balik ko na ko. Physical, write this down, very important. Physical freedom is only a deliverance. But the true freedom is in the mind of the people. Remember the past preaching or topic na to, no? Regarding the responsibility of freedom, no? Nakahinumdum pa ta? Regarding the responsibility of freedom. Dito makita na to, no? Nga kanus aman nakakuhag true freedom ang naghisgota atong Israelite, no? Kanus aman sila naka-attain of true freedom dito na sa second generation, no? Why? Because the first generation, ang na-experience nila is just deliverance. Sa dihang nahigawas sila sa slavery, nahigawas sila sa Egypt. Gipagawas sila sa Egypt through Moses. Then na-experience nila ang deliverance. Meaning to say, deliverance is only a physical freedom wherein nawala sila sa bondage, physical bondage of the oppressor. Nakuha na to? So naabot sila to the point na delivered sila from physical oppression. That is what we call deliverance. And those first generation only experienced deliverance. But the second generation, led by Joshua, mao na to nga mga tao naka-experience of freedom. Freedom means kadtong niabot na sila sa promised land, Canaan. So that is where they experience freedom. Unsa may nausab nila ato? Wala ing nausab igsoon ang mind. Therefore, freedom is about the mind. Pwede ka maka-experience of physical deliverance, and yet your mind is still captive. Dili pa free. Ug maunay nahitabo karon igsoon sa atong nason, no? Yes, the Americans declared independence, yatagan tag independence sa Americans, but yet our mind is not yet free. That is why still nagapadayon ang bondage, still nagpagapadayon ang oppression sa Filipino people. Amen ba? Nakuha ba nato? Susunod lang tanong. That is why ma-feel nato karon sa atong society, sa atong palibot, still na ana. Igsoon, hasta kapila na ko gibalik-balik because I want to really establish a strong foundation about our cause. No? So padayon ta igsoon. Karon makita na siguro nato gamay why is it no somehow understand why we need to get involved in preparing for the next generation or the youth. As Dr. Jose Rizal quoted, ang kabataan ang siyang pag-asa ng bayan. That is true. Ako igsoon mutuo ko ana. But how? Only question. But according to Dr. Jose Rizal, through education, mahimong ang kabataan, mahimong pag-asa ng bayan, but still, we have to educate the children. Amen ba? Kinsay mo to, ana? Amen. Of course, mo to ko, ana, igsoon. I agree. Mo agree ko, ana. And yet, in the other part, mo disagree ko. Why? In our nation, since we undergone oppression, of course, we need education, but still there is a missing part. Not only education, remember this and write this down, not only education, read, write, and arithmetic. They call it 3 R's. No? Reading, writing, 3 R's. Writing, and arithmetic. I'm serious. Check na ninyo sa maunay ngalan anang tulo ka butang. 3 R's. Reading, writing, and arithmetic. No? Maunay nag-comprise sa education. Kabalo ba ta? Kanang science, kanang ubang mga subjects, kaparte na siya. But ang nag-run yun sa atong economy is reading, writing, and arithmetic. That is why gitawag ng 3 R's. Reading, writing, arithmetic. Amen ba? Kinsay na ngayon tama. Tanawa, research mo. Okay? That is why, that is true, no? Mutuo ana, but in other side, dili ko mo yun. Nga kana lang education, mo'y makapagawas na to from bondage. There is a missing link. There is a missing part or missing ingredient. That is why I felt that we need to redefine education with respect to the stature of the receiver. Ano sa may stature? State of mind or state of or the real situation of the receiver. Not only education dapat, but we have to redefine education according to the stature of the receiver. Makita ninyo niya nga nung kinahanglan nato i-redefine ang atong education. That is why we need, as JKCM, as a kingdom citizen, dapat mo appeal na ta sa gobyerno, no? Sa programa sa gobyerno. Igsoon dako kay ini nga reason gusto nako makita ninyo karon. Okay. Unsa man daw ang nawala? Before ko mo explain ana nga kinahanglan nato i-redefine ang education with respect to the stature, no, of the receiver. Okay. What is the missing ingredient? What was lost? Unsa may nawala? In slavery, the reason why oppressor continues to abuse the oppressed and the oppressed continues to become a victim, and for them it seems that there is no way out, is because the oppressed lost something so important to him. So naan ay nawala niya. That is why ang oppressed people ba, halos di siya kagawas sa oppression. And the oppressor magpadayon og oppress sa oppressed people. Why? Because of this lost thing. What are these things that the oppressed lost? Number 1, self-worth. Write this down. Self-worth. Number 2, self-concept. Number 3, self-esteem. Ug igsuon kanang mga butanga wala na sa 3 R's. Munang gitawag na 3 S's. Hello? Self-worth, self-concept, and self-esteem. Okay. Padayon ta. That is why, no? Moingon ko, maunay nawala sa mga oppressed people. Mutanaw ka sa mga Filipino youth, it is not only the drug addicts, it is not only those mga tao nga, mga rugby boys, mga bata nga walay ginikanan, mga bata nga nasa dalan, street children. Dili lang ng mga bata ang maoy walay 3 S's. Or walay self-worth, walay self-concept, walay self-esteem, kundi tanan youth. Because we undergone oppression. Bata pata, nagmatata, nga oppressed ang atong ginikanan, oppressed ang atong surroundings, oppressed ang gigikanan sa atong nasod. That is why walay reason nga naa ka anak pag mata pa lang ninyo. since childhood. That is why it's so on. Natestingan din ako na eh. Sa dihang nag-interview ko ba, na ako'y gipasa kay mga elementary, akong gi-pick up, kay luoy kayo, nagbaklay, init kayo, ito. Akong gi-pick up, sa kayo doon. Sige, salamat sir, asa man mo dito, sige. Katod mo, hinahinay kong padagan, nag-interview ko. Anong nang eskwela man mo? Anong naghago-hago man man ng eskwela? Unsa may reason nga nag-eskwela mo? Sila, kuan man good sir, ingon man among mama. Mama dayon, no? Nga ba-eskwelahon me para makakitag nindot nga trabaho. Mao gyud nay reason. Daghan na kay kog mga na-interview nga mga elementary pupils, no? Nga masugatan ako, nganong gusto ka ma-eskwela? Unsa may reason nga ni-eskwela ka para makakita og trabaho? Wala gyud ko kakita. Wa ko kadungog sa bata nga niingon ni-eskwela ko kay someday maingani ko, someday magnegosyo ko, someday mag-lead ko, muna. Kung dili ila makakita og nindot nga trabaho. And that statement is a statement of oppressed children coming from an oppressed parents. Unsay gitudlo sa ila para lang gid makatrabaho. That is why daghang mga tao karon nag-struggle nga maka-eskwela just for a job. Walay ambisyon. Kay nagtrabaho iyang mama, nagtrabaho iyang papa, gusto niya mapareha sa iyang mama, pareha sa iyang papa nagtrabaho. Walay ambisyon na magpanag-iyag tagpong company, walay mag-ambisyon na one day mahimo siya imani. Why? Because we are coming from an oppressed grandparents. That is why it's so on. Maunay nawala na to. Number 1 is self-worth, self-concept, and self-esteem. Okay. Gusto na ko ma-elaborate ni further. Gusto na ako'y gusto ipakita ninyo na situation ba in our education. Why is it nga niingon ko ganina na we need to redefine education according to the stature of the receiver. Again, we are not in the first world country. We are a third world country. We have undergone oppression. Okay? That is the foundation. So, padayon ta. So, before na ko mahisgutan na igsuon, let us atong hisgutan ang education. The education system has this thing called curriculum. No? Kinsay familiar about curriculum? Of course, mga estudyante, kabalo kita na. So, ato mong i-define ang curriculum. Curriculum is the subject comprising a course of study in a school or college. Naaman diha, no? So, write it down. Malay curriculum. A system of information built on certain philosophy of life, about life, that is designed to produce a product, which is you, just like that philosophy. Okay. Kung mo eskwela ka engineering, na certain curriculum ang engineering course. And that philosophy about engineering, gusto nimo maoy ibutang sa imuha nga para pagkahuman mahimo kang product just like that philosophy. That is why sa dihang ibutang na sa imong ulo, no, kana nga curriculum, mahimo kang engineer. Amen ba? Nakuha na to ang definition. That is the curriculum. O na mo yung ka. Unsa may curriculum sa engineering? Sa first year, naadayin ang list. Hatagan dahin ka sa yung mga subjects. That is what we call curriculum. Okay? Ang synonym ana is course of study or educational program. So, mo na curriculum, educational program to become an engineer, educational program to become a psychologist. No? Mo na gitawag curriculum. Amen? Okay. The curriculum or the educational program, the course of study was created and designed for the oppressor's children and not for the oppressed. Write this down, very important. Nakuha na to. Diretsoon na ako. The curriculum was created and designed for the oppressor's children. No? And not the oppressed. So, kabalo na taon sa definition sa curriculum. But that curriculum was designed according to the needs of the oppressors. Okay, one good example. Kinsa may nagdala sa education sa Philippines? Kinsa may nag-introduce una-una sa school? Mga Filipinos ba? Mga natives ba? Kinsa may nagdala? Spaniards. And their education, gidala nila diri sa ato ang ilang curriculum. And that curriculum is not designed for our native children. That is designed for their children. So that their children will become like them, no? Like their fathers, no? So that their children will become like who they are, no? Oppressors. Nakuha na to? Gikan sa Spain, kadto nga curriculum, gidesign to para sa mga Spaniards wherein dili sila third world country. Wherein wala sila nag-undergone of oppression. Gidala nila dire. Why? What is the reason? Kay nakita nila na kining mga native nga ilang slave mas makaserve nig maayo namo kung i-educate namo ni. Nakuha na to. Why? Because sa dihang 300 years na limang kaanak, sa dihang nag-dominate sila sa tuwa 300 years, dili pwede nga labor force lang ang ilahang kuhaon sa mga Filipinos. That is why gihatagan nilang education so that we as a slave can serve them better. Nakuha na to. Asa gikan ang atong education? Asa gikan atong curriculum? From the oppressor. That is why their curriculum is not designed for the oppressed children. It was designed for their children. That is why gihatagan pa kanila, giabot pa to the time nga sila, kita mismo mas mulabaw pasay sa ilang mga children. Diba? Kinumdum mo? Naghinumdum mo ka ng mga istorya nga naibata, nga pobre kaayo, niya ang classmate, perting mga datua, perting mga anak o mga Spaniards, anak o mga foreigners, nga grabe, perting mga datua, but they are oppressing these poor people. But kung tanaw na to, mas bright, mas ni-excel sa eskwela, no? Pero igsoon na kay makita o niya later on. They are allowing that. Why? In order to serve them better. That is why sa atua, during Spaniard era, ang Philippines, daghang ng eskwela. Daghang. Kabantay mo sa una nga kuyaw kay mga English o mga katiguangan nato. Lapit tayo. Mga anak ko, mga English naman. Oh, because they are educated. But the problem is they are still slave with Spaniards. Tanawa si Dr. Rizal. Sa dihang na-educate siya. Grabe siya, ka-bright. But wala man siya nagpabiling slave. Ni-against man siya. Patay siya. Amen ba? Kaya kung si Rizal, nipadayon pa siya serve sa government, sa Spanish, hindi siya patyon. Amen ba? So that is why, di-allow ta nila, anak, to the point na still makontrol lang gihapon nila. O mo against kanila, patay ka. No? Gikan ta ana. That is why kanang education nga naa nato karon was designed for what mentality? No, not the slave mentality. It's mentality of the children of the oppressor. No? Diha naka-design. Now, mo ni karon ang problem. But the venue of that curriculum, no? The venue or the raw material of the curriculum, write this down, is the mind or the mentality of the children. Di ba? Asa man gibutang ang curriculum? Sa mind sa children. Mo na venue. Mo na raw material. Kung sa computer pa na, ang curriculum mo na ang program. Pero asa gibutang sa sud sa computer? Unsay tawag anak Mar? OS. OS ba? O ang OS, no, mo na ang program, ang OS mo na ang curriculum. Unya gibutang na sa hard disk. Ang mind mo ay hard disk. Ang OS mo ay curriculum. Nakuha na to? So therefore, ang venue anang curriculum, di na mahimong ma-realize na sa kinabuhi sa tao, dili na niya isulod sa mind, sa children. Okay. Nakuha na to? So the curriculum is placed with what is the existing program in your mind. So therefore, dito na gibutang sa imong mind, but your mind has its existing program. Nakuha na ninyo karon. So the curriculum is placed, no, diha sa imong mind, that you are now become the product of the curriculum plus curriculum that is placed in your mind plus the existing program na nag-exist daan sa imong mind. You are now the product of that. Amen ba? Balik na ko. Nakuha ba na to? Tutok lang yun. Importante kayo ni magkuha kayo ninyo din. Makaingon na mo, walay rason na dili ko mo serve sa akong nation. Okay. Kanang curriculum, gibutang na sa mind nimo, then you are now a product of that curriculum plus the existing program na nasa imong mind. Okay? Okay. But the minds of the oppressor's children and the oppressed children are not the same. So therefore, kung ang curriculum gibutang sa mind and you are the product of the curriculum plus what is existing, no, nag-una sa imong mind, no? If you are a product of that, therefore the result is different. If the mind of the children of the oppressor, no, children of the oppressors, butangan na sa curriculum, nindot kaya. Kaya nga no, katong curriculum naka-design sa ilang mind. Amen? But how about if that the same curriculum ibutang sa mind sa oppressed children? It will produce different. That is why ni-cap up ko into idea. If the venue and mind of the children is right, then the result is good. But if the venue or the mind of the children is not right, then the result is bad. But not only bad, but worse or dangerous. And that is what happening to us, Philippines. Right. Nakuha na to. The mind of the oppressed children, so gusto na ko oppressed children and oppressors children. Okay. Hatagan na itong comparison para masabtan pag ninyo. Okay? Hatagan na itong comparison. The impact of the curriculum, no? Naiduha ka comparison. The impact of the curriculum in the mind of the oppressors children and the impact of the curriculum in the mind of the oppressed children. Naiduha ka buo, di ba? Duha man ka mind, oppressed children and oppressors children. So duha ka mind ang gibutangan sa curriculum. So naiduha ka unsa? Comparison. Are you with me? Nagsunod na ta? So I want you to help me. And that is why yung challenging kayo ni. Gusto na ko masabtan ni. Ibig ka muna sa panimalay karon. Doon yun mo sa inyong primary leaders ani, and then kung naamiwa na sabtan, pagpatudlo, pagpa-explain mo further, no? Okay. Atong i-comparison. Okay. The impact of the curriculum in the mind of the oppressor's children. Then, another comparison is the impact of the curriculum in the mind of the oppressed children. So, nakakabuok. Okay. Dirita, musugod ron sa impact ining curriculum in the mind of the oppressor's children. So, unsa man. The oppressor's child was born in the house of the oppressor. Therefore, the oppressor's children in their environment, no? Nagsugod na sila katon since birth. Right? Listen, this is very important. Since birth, nagsugod na sila katon on how to think like the oppressor. No? Since birth, kining mga bataan, nagsugod nini sila think like the way their parents think. Unsa man ang ilang huna-huna, that I am somebody, that I can do these things, that I am the leader, I am the boss. Di ba? Kaya mo may nakita niya sa iyahang mga ginikanan. Nakakita siya, ang iyang mga ginikanan, daghan kayo mga servants. Nakakita siya, iyang ginikanan, tag-iya ining dagko kayong mga negosyo. Tag-iya ining lagpad kayong mga yuta. And even karon, bata pa siya igsuon. Sa dihang ang yaya niya, muduol niya, unsay itawag sa iya, Master Cedric, Master Julius, Master Jericho. No? Dili ba ng bata ang magdako with self-esteem, with self-confidence, with worth, and with self-concept? Bata pa siya, ang tawag sa iya, Master. 5 years old, makadungog sa iyang mga servant, Master or Sir. Of course, mamold ng bata with that self-confidence already, with that self-esteem, self-worth, and self-concept already. Amen ba? So nagdako siya, nga mao na iyang reinforced by the adult or even ang mga tiguang, musulti nila, Sir, samot na. Diba? Bata ka tawgon kag Sir, tawgon kag Master, musamot ang imong self-confidence. Just imagine, kung ikaw bata, nagsugod kag 5 years old, ang tawag sa imong parents sa imong Sir, Master. Wa ka tawag kag buang-buang, wa ka tawag kag bugo, wa ka tawag kag gago. Di ba? Wa ka tawag anak unsa ka. Di ba grabe kay imong self-confidence?
Amen.
And that is how they grow their children. The oppressed, the oppressor. Wala sila niagi anang mga butangan. Ang ilang madunggan pero may nga sila ang taas. That is why nagdako sila na anang a concept, self-concept that I can do this. I can do like this. I can do like that. Like their fathers. That is why, no? Naana sa ilahan ng mga butangan. Therefore, if the oppressor's children is in his mentality has already received this since birth. Self-worth, self-concept, and self-esteem. That is why even before that curriculum hits the mind of their children, before the curriculum, niabot sa mind sa children, ilang mind prepared na. They already have this self-concept, self-worth, and self-esteem. Natuwa na to? Pag-abot sa curriculum, kay gidesign ang ilang curriculum, if you have a children like these children, nga naa na kumplito na self-worth, self-esteem, meaning to say, ang original program sa ilang mind naa na, plus gibutangan og OS, nindot kay resulta. Amen ba?
Amen.
If you have a children like that, with self-esteem, you don't need to teach them about that. You only have to teach them about what? Reading, writing, arithmetic. 3 hours, reading, writing, arithmetic. Mga yun. Di na sila kinahanglan ng self-worth, how to love themselves. Di ba? How to become a winner. They don't need that. They are already winners. They are already leaders. That is why what they need is education. Academic subjects only. Again, the 3 R's. Reading, writing, arithmetic. Amen ba? Nakuha na to?
Oh, yes.
Nakuha na to?
Kuha.
Amen? So, kaning mga bataan na di na nagkinahanglan, pag human nila silang education, of course, mahimo silang pareha sa ilang father, o mahimo po silang mga oppressor. Kaya nga no, ang mga slave, nagpadayon ng slave. That is why na oppressor. Okay, dirita sa mind sa slave. Comparison lang yun eh. So, atong isa-isahon. The impact of the curriculum in the mind of the oppressed children. Duha ka butang ang moabot. Ang duha ka butang, di pag good ang isa, di niya bad ang isa, kundi 2 bad things. Number 1. If the mind or the original program, no, na naa sa sulod sa mind is oppressed, meaning to say no or low self-worth, low self-concept, low self-esteem. Of course, oppressed. Muna'y nawa, di ba? Unsay mahitabo? Mahimo ng duha ka butang. Number 1, uneducated with low self-worth. Educated ha, but low self-worth, low self-concept, and low self-esteem. And ang ikaduha, educated gihapon with wrong pa yun. Na ay low lang, okay lang kung low, di kayo. But wrong self-worth, wrong self-concept, and wrong self-esteem. Mao na yung worst. Duhay pa doon nga, okay, dirita. Para to elaborate further, para magkainyong yun mo tinuod, no? Nahitabo ginas Pilipinas, okay. Number 1, uneducated with low self-concept. Isa nga product if the mind is oppressed. Plus education. Plus the 3 R's. No? So, unsay mahitabo? Mo-produce niyo graduates but still jobless.
Correct.
Low self-esteem. Mahadlok mga apply. Mahadlok og interview. Pero ni graduate ng college.
Correct.
Muna, isa na sa Pilipino. Amen ba? Nakita ninyo sa inyong palibot. Ikaduha, graduates but still become caregiver sa laing nasod. Naanay PhD ang uban. Naanay tagduhan ay kurso sa uban. Naka-remember ko na season ato. Na panahon nga grabe kay hindi man kay caregivers. Doktor sa amo ang mga doktor sa amo dito sa Davao nang-abroad, nag-caregivers kay mas dagko og income. Di ba? Just imagine on sa klaseng oppressed mind na doktor ka, tungod lang sa income, mo abroad ka, biyaan mo ang pamilya, mag-caregiver ka na. Oppressed mind. Doktor na, educated, but ignorant. Kaya nagsakpan na akong title na. Educated, but ignorant.
Another sample.
Nurses. Mga abot dito. Na, grabe ha. Pag-abot, no abroad, nurses, pero caregiver. O ila pa, tig-ilo. Doktor, tig-ilo. Di ba slave gihapon? Kinsa ilang giiluhan? Oppressors. First world countries. Educated, but ignorant. Amen ba? Ako na to. That is what's happening right now in our country. Na ako'y uban graduate. Pero na-end up. Nabuntis. Doon sa balay, nagsigikargang bata. Graduate na. Hmm? So taghan, no? Mauna. Result na siya igsoon sa educated with low self-esteem, low self-concept, and low self-worth. But naapagin mas worse, anak. Katong ikaduha. Graduated with wrong self-worth, wrong self-concept, and wrong self-esteem. Unsa may example, anak? Goal-getters, but to the expense of the others. Mga goal-getters na but wrong concept. Nakuha na to? Mga goal-getters ang product ini. Na-excel. No? Wrong. Pero wala sila self-worth, ang ilang mind, but gibutang ang education na himong wrong self-worth. That is why, grabe kay sila. Why? Kasagaran anang goal-getters, but to the expense of other people. Mao nitong mga tao nga nahimong professional, nahimong lawyer, tapos gi-hire sa dako nga company. Sa dihang gi-hire sa dako nga company, nag-serve siya ron sa oppressor. But still lawyers, educated, bar top notch siya. Sa dihang niingon ang company, okay, naayuta na gusto na ko i-develop. Pero daghan mga tao, mga farmers na dito. Pwede niyo mo na mapangita ang solusyon, attorney? Tuwa na. Nagamit ang iyang kabright, nagamit ang iyang wrong self-worth. Gihimo niya tanan para matanggal itong mga farmers, mga oppressed people, mga iyang mga kauban unta kaniadto, iyang gitanggal para siya mas-successful sa iyang career. Mga tanong ko, nahitabo na, diri wala. Daghan. Daghang mga doctors. Board exam top-notchers. Pero gibaligya ang ilang profession para lang yun sa ilang kaugalingon, bahala na kung sa'y dangatan sa uban. Even karon during pandemic, daghan ko nadunggan ng mga doctors nga ibutang lang dito ang cause sa death is COVID para mas makakwarta kay mahal kayo ang COVID. That is why ang Pilipinas na pordoy, ang kinsay nagsuffer ang mga tao. There are people nga nakakuha na untag self-worth but wrong self-worth. Why? Because ang sinugdanan wala gibutangag education unya nakadikit sa mind sa oppressor, nahimo noon sila oppressor. Amen ba? To the expense of the oppressed. Ug naa pag worst example. Product of this, known kayo nila po, leaders but insecure. Kabalo ba mo sa leaders but insecure? Those politicians, naan na sa posisyon, dato na daan kayo, and yet sigig pa dato to the expense of the Filipino people, to the expense of the wealth of the nation. Sigig corruption. They are so insecure. Dili sila contented sa ilang wealth nga naa, kay hadlok sila basig mahurot ni. Kinahanglan pa ko magpadatok pa ko maayo. They are so insecure. They are leaders. They call themselves leaders, but they don't really know the real definition of leader. The true leader. That is why naa sila sa atong panggobyerno nagpadayon o pang-oppressed sa mga oppressed Filipino people. Ikaw na to. Not only that, leaders, not only in the field of politics, included ang mga leaders in the churches. Kanya-kanya lang modus unsaon na makakwarta sa mga tao. Please study your country. Pastors. Kung saan ninyo mo pagtabang ano nila.
Secure.
These leaders, tawgon din ako, they are insecure leaders. Gusto nila power. Gusto nila fame. And gusto nila wealth. Maura na ilang tuyo. Dili na sila true leaders. Ang true leaders, willing na mo sacrifice sa iyang kaugalingon for the sake of the cause.
Amen.
For the sake of the purpose, God-given purpose. That is the true leader. Established by God. That this is a challenge for us pastors. Ayun focus anang imong mga first fruit. Mga unsang klase nga offering. No, ako bold na kay kong istorya ini kay the more nga nakita na ko ba what's going on in the Philippines right now after this pandemic. Antod kanos amanta mo pasalipod sa word Christian. But our motives are different. Antod kanos amanta magpasalipod sa word church. But our motive are not for the... Do you know what is church? Ecclesia. Find the real meaning of ecclesia. Then masabtan mo. Diha pa lang daan, makasabot na ka. Ug unsa lang imuhang katungdanan as pastor. Find the meaning of ecclesia. I challenge you, pastors. Find the meaning of ecclesia. Then you will understand. Ug unsa na imong katungdanan as pastor. Leaders, ug unsa na imong katungdanan as leaders in the ecclesia. Christian, ug unsa na katungdanan nimo as Christian. Wa ka gi-design sa Ginoo para magsigig ila. Wa ka gi-design sa Ginoo para magsigig hilak. Diha atubangan sa Ginoo. Gi-design ka sa Ginoo to serve.
Amen.
To fulfill the purpose. Why He created you. Why He saved you. Hantod ka sa amanta. Christian, will help our nation. In what way? In your crying? No. Wake up. Find the meaning of ecclesia. Pagwa ni mo na nahibalan, tawagin mo. Tawagin ang JPCM. We are very willing to discuss you about that thing. We'll help each other. We'll help our country. We'll help our country. Nakasabot na ba ta? Importante ka. That is why ningon ko. Miseducation continues. No? Its job to destroy education. To destroy the people. That is why our subtitle is this. Atong basahon. How miseducation continues to destroy even the educated. That is why mo na karon kaning mga miseducated, educated. Miseducated, educated. Nanga-destroy sila. Why? Because of miseducation. Okay? Nakuha na to. Why? Because our curriculum is designed for the oppressor's children, not for the oppressed. Munang di mao ang result. There is nothing dangerous, write this down, than an educated self-hater and uneducated insecure. Mas dangerous ni igsoon kontra anang mga tao diha nga atong gikadlukan. Kining educated but insecure, dangerous kay mga tawhan. Pwede ni mo patay, pwede ni mangurakot, pwede ni mangawan. Educated but self-hater. Meaning to say, wagay siya gugma sa, why, nga naman makaingon man ka pastor, nga hater, nga dangerous man. Because wagay siya self-love, Meaning to say self-hater, because these things, self-worth, self-concept, self-esteem, product ni siya sa imong self-love. Amen ba? These are products. Dapat higugmaon sa imong kaugalingon first before you can love others. Wala siya. May lang masabtan na to. That is why JKCM. Write this down. The focus of JKCM youth program, 4th year of JKCM. Our mission is to help the next generation regain their self-worth, self-concept, self-esteem through running a sustainable program for the Filipino youth. That is our mission. 4th year of JKCM. Leaders, ibutang na sa inyong heart. Receive that mission. Are you ready, leaders? That is our advocacy. That is our cause. 3 S or 3 S's to run side by side with the 3 R's. Unsa kay ang 3 R's? Reading, writing, tapos ko na to, arithmetic. Katawag yun mo, no? Nagtuoran siguro mong nagbinuang ka ng arithmetic. Correct. Tanawa. Reading, writing, arithmetic. To run with the 3 S's. Unsa 3 S's? Self, worth, self-concept, and self-esteem. Mao na atong injection ngayon. Mao na atong trabaho, JKCM. Mao na atong introduce sa ilaha. Sa dihang nag-eskwela sila, with that 3 S's nga na-introduce sa ilaha parallel sa ilang studies, then we will produce true leaders in our country.
Amen.
Amen? Nakuha na ko. Nakuha na ko. That is why our message is entitled The Educated Ignorant.